can there be a reason that 49er fans are like kind of, I would say, spoiled? Now you had Joe Montana,
Yup.
Steve Young,
Yep.
then you had greats, and you are consistently looking for a next great,
Right.
right?
Right.
So whoever just even had a one game with some great performance, they would want to believe in, okay, this is the next guy, because they don't understand that great quarterbacks does not come in, year out.
That's the thing. When it was Colin Kaepernick had a great start, when Jimmy Garoppolo had a great start, all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, this is the next in the line. He's going to finally take the torch from Steve Young. And those are really high expectations to place on a quarterback because he played well for his first 5 starts. It happened to both guys, right? Both
Yes.
guys. And then when you see who they really are, and they're good, they're fine. They're fine quarterbacks. There's starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Niner fans like, ugh, this is terrible. This is beneath us, right?
Yes.
Beneath us.
Yeah. That becomes into a situation where if you, talk about with facts and statistics, then you become a hater. Now, right now, that's what I am seeing with this Twitter wars and everything is going on.
I think
It's
absolutely
like,
right. I think this is like why it's so hard to be a quarterback for the 49ers. It might be
Yes.
harder to be a quarterback for the 49ers than for any other team because the fan base, if you're good at first, they call you the next Joe Montana and Steve Young. And then when you struggle, they run you out of town. They run you out of town. Yeah.
yeah,
And I help.
that's the thing. Exactly. So I think that's part of the reason that it's hard to be a 49 journalist, because people want comforting news.
Yes.
They don't want the truth.
Especially in July. Now, when they start losing in September and October and November, then they want someone like me to really tell it like it is, but not in the off season. The off season is time for hope and positivity and dreams.
Yes. Basically, do not ruin it. That's the attitude, right?
The whole reason of being a fan for 80% of fans is we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. And I don't want to hear anything other than that. We're going to go 17-0, win the Super Bowl, and I'm going to have a great year. Don't ruin it for me. So, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I think that's a part of being 5-time champions. So you always live in that dream. Okay, it's gonna repeat.
It's gonna repeat. Imagine the pressure that's on Trey Lance right now. So there's a lot of pressure on Jimmy, but Trey Lance, he just has to be the next Steve Young and better. That's it. Just be the next Steve Young, Trey. Go ahead. Yeah. And if you're anything less than that, Niner fans are just never gonna, they'll always think about, well, we could have had Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
We could have had Mahomes. So just be as good as Patrick Mahomes. That's it. And then Niner fans will be happy, pretty much.
Yes, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
So one more question I wanted to ask. This is basically as a help to the upcoming YouTubers, guys like Amin and all. Now, one of the qualities that I have really admired from you and your dad is that when you have to say something, you just say it out loud, right? No sugarcoating. For example, in an earlier conf, I think way back, I asked about the question, where do we draw the line when it comes to criticize Jimmy Garoppolo? And you just gave me a very direct answer. It's your duty. As a fan, you draw the line. As a journalist, I don't have to draw the line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you develop that quality? Does it come with the experience or something you have to be born with?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm my dad's son. I grew up around him. I guess I was born with it. Maybe I have just been mimicking him my whole life. Maybe that's kind of what it is. But I think what it is I was talking about it with my dad. It's the New York mentality. People from New York are like that. They're very direct and they don't hesitate. Californians are not. They're just not. And for what I think, Californians like to be polite. They don't necessarily like to say the first thing that pops into their mind, and New Yorkers do. So I think it's a California mindset, and it may be tough to overcome if you've been living in California very long and to go to New York and just talk to random people on the street and get a feel for what it's like. Because the thing is, in New York, you can talk to random people in the street. Some might tell you to go screw yourself. Other people will talk to you. In California, they'll be like, please don't leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Yes.
In a very polite way. So
Yes.
I think it's kind of like my New York sensibility that I got through my dad. I would have to say. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's what journalism should be all about.
Yes.
It's not about, giving that comfort news and making sure other person feels great. It's not your duty.
If all you're trying to do as a journalist is kind of make fans feel good and make the organization you cover feel good, then you're basically doing public relations for free. You're doing their marketing and public relations without them even paying you. Have some pride.
Yes.
You're not even on their payroll. Don't aspire to be.
Yes.
Don't do it for free. Get paid.
Yes, that's the thing. Right. Okay.
Great call, Waruna.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, have a good day.
You too.